Ladies and gentlemen, Tony Gaskins here. Let me get situated in my office here. Try to find some decent lighting. Alrighty. Want to pop in, I hurt my back this week. I was lifting a bed for my wife, threw my back out. So, last couple of days been down, laying down, been working at the same time too though, finishing up a little writing. So didn't get the opportunity, to do a video. So wanting to pop on today and do a live because I missed some. And for those of you who are members of the Blessed Tribe, that's one of my things I try to do for y'all, supporting the channel. So let me see if I can get this here thing situated here. Alrighty. Yeah, I'm in my new office, but it ain't done yet. I still waiting on my desk and my chairs and all of that, but I got enough room in here to sit down. Miracle, God bless you. I've been talking to this guy, 22, for almost a month, and he mostly messages me at night. He's an entrepreneur and busy, but I don't understand why he can't just text me during the day. Well, if he's texting you every night, then that's a good thing. If he's not texting you every night, then that's a bad thing. And it's really no telling why he can't message you in the day. Really no telling how many women he's talking to. And the other thing you got to realize is he's 22. So at 22, you can only take a man but so serious. And to be honest with you, only time I say a man can't text a woman is if he under the water, meaning he on a submarine ship, he in the Navy, or because the pilots in the air could text they woman. So it really ain't no job. And if he entrepreneur and busy, it's like, what are he doing? Working for the Pentagon? He 22 years old. You see what I mean? So ain't no man that busy now. So you got to be careful with that. Call my ex sorry, and that really hurt his feelings. I apologize, but was I completely wrong? Yeah, you was wrong just for being petty, just for stooping and calling names. Because what if he would have called you the equivalent? What if he would have called you a name? So, yeah, you was wrong, petty, but it's your ex. Question, talked for 1 year, met the first time, call him out for being 1 hour late, no flowers or food. He got hurt because I said he looked different than the video. Now he only texts once a day, says need space, meaning. And that's a classical sign of you've been waiting for too long for your man and you getting frustrated. You're getting frustrated and you're getting fed up. So, because you're expecting a lot. Now, for one, the hour late, yeah, you got to check him on that. Don't worry about no flowers, okay? That's not that big of a deal. Because players bring flowers. Pimps bring flowers. You see what I mean? So don't worry about the little stuff that really don't matter. Nah, no food either. Okay, yeah, he tripping. And then he looks challenged. He looked different in the video. So you just really, in his mind, that's like you just hawk you a loogie and spit it right in his eye. So in a situation like that, you might as well go ahead and start looking elsewhere. Move on with your life. Tiffany, God bless you. Now, evening, Mr. Gaston. Question, in your opinion, why would God or would he show a woman who's her husband, but in a season where he's not spiritually matured? Issue, abstinence. Well, God never going to be able to show you a perfect man. So if he's not spiritually mature, or if he's spiritually mature, he may not be financially mature. If he's financially mature, he may not be spiritually mature. If he's financially mature and spiritually mature, he may not be socially mature. So it's always going to be an area that your life has to be a witness to him. So you can't really expect the man to come fully ready made, but if you got your legs closed, then he can't do nothing with you. So then he has no choice but to get right. Denise, God bless you now. Sweet like honey, bless you. Tony, what is the best way to diffuse conflict situations? I accidentally took a man's seat, and when he got all rowdy about it, my man stood up. But to diffuse it, I moved seats. You did the right thing. You did the right thing. Nah, I'm gonna have to have my wife go to your class. My wife be about to have me shoot somebody at the soccer games. But you did the right thing. My ex, when he was down on his luck, said he wanted to take things slow and see if everything was still there in the process. I put a car in my name, and fast forward, now he is on vacation with someone. Well, that's good. Go ahead about your business. He done showed you what he on, and this your ex. He's your ex for a reason. It's time to get ready for your next. Can men be involved with a woman for years, and when they break up, he doesn't have a soul tie with her? No, he's gonna have a soul tie. He may not show the soul tie. You may not see it. See, what you got to realize about a soul tie is that's really a private matter. Now, some people show their soul ties publicly, but that's a private matter, meaning stomach ache, headache, sleepless nights, being distracted at work, thinking about you the whole time, missing you, thinking about you all day. So that soul tie, that's a private matter. You won't see that, but he definitely has one. Danielle, God bless you now. When talking about the three B's, is brain, education, body, health, and brand business determined by our satisfaction, or is it until we have reached highest potential? Well, you'll die before you reach your highest potential. So as long as you're making progress, and it is determined by realistic goals. So some people just personality will never be satisfied, but that doesn't mean that they haven't accomplished what they need to accomplish in their health or in their education. In education, not just formal education, but self-education, knowing who you are and learning love. And then brand, it can mean business, but it also just means you as a whole. It also means something that you're creating that you can't be fired from, even if that's a blog that don't make any money. Maria, God bless you now. Is there such thing as a guy just genuinely not liking to talk on the phone, or will the guy who's really into you call you regardless? No, there's no such thing as that, because like I told you, if a man like you, he gonna talk to you under the water. He gonna talk to you in the air. He gonna talk to you. If he had before the phone, the man was sending telegrams. I love you. Man was selling telegrams, was sending handwritten letters. So if a man like you, he gonna talk to you. If he got to sit there and just, think about it, hoping you getting the message through his mind, he gonna talk to you. So it's no excuse for a man not to be calling you if he says he likes you and want to build something. Coach Chris, God bless you now. Does the desire of a man wanting marriage decrease the more successful he becomes? Entrepreneur with more options, not being tied down so he can travel. That's not a one size fits all thing. So not across the board, all men, but for a grown boy, yes. If the man is not mature in the areas he needs to be mature in, then yes, that it will be that case. He won't want to be married so he could do what he wants to do. He don't want to answer to nobody. So yeah, that'll be the case on that. Now with these questions, y'all, I just got to grab the last one that's sitting there now, okay? Recovery with Amber, coach, as always, thank you for your wisdom. God bless you. I appreciate you now. Let me see. Lorenzo, God bless you. Hi, big brother Tony. I'm diving into my food service business and was wondering, when did you decide and know you were ready to drop your CPA and do your own taxes and take care of tax-related requirements? Well, they got TurboTax now. So now the CPA, that's a personal choice. Don't do what somebody else does. If you comfortable with a CPA, then keep your CPA. All right. Don't let me steer you wrong now. But me personally, long they got TurboTax. All right. TurboTax. All right. But no, CPA is good for what they good for. But they got your own software out there now. And it's like you starting your food business, so you really don't need to be paying a CPA to count up, until you Bobby Flay. You Bobby Flay, and you whipping out plates, and you making thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars. Okay, you looking for some good write-offs, but when you first start slinging them plates and you making a couple $100 a week, you be paying all your earnings to the CPA. Amber Lee, God bless you. What is your opinion on a sibling and their spouse calling your child bad and stating your child is not allowed in their home anymore? Is it right for them to say that about your child? Well, they can say what they want to say about your child. Nah, but don't let them say it to your child. And if they say it to you, then you could tell them, don't speak that on my child. But your sibling and their spouse not gonna call a good child a bad child. So take an ounce of that and see if your child is bad. Because that's the issue with some mamas is their child is bad and they don't want nobody to tell them their child bad. So take a look at it now. Take a little look and just go ahead and see. Now y'all got the whole, I got my tens unit right here now. So gotta keep this thing cranking. Give me 1 second here. Ooh. That thing on 7. Yes, gotta keep that stimulation. You hit me. Tore that bike out the frame. Sweet light, honey, God bless you. Thanks for the advice. Someone wanted the man I was with to tell off the other man, but I know that there are crazy people in this world. Plus, I think that man embarrassed himself. You're right. Because men, you never really want your man to have to get into anything, because men don't fight fair, and it's a lot of men that lost their life over little stuff just like that. I know a guy where I'm from got shot and killed at a city league youth football game over a little raggedy argument. So you did the right thing. Mariah, God bless you. I'm 24 years old with 2 babies by ex-fiance, 28 years old, who left me, changed his mind about wanting to get married, dated for 6 years total. Thoughts? Well, it's time to go on down to the child support office. Go on, put them on every last lick of child support they got available to your disposal down at the courthouse. Because look here, Playboy, if I'm you, look here, you're not finna be with me 6 years, have me barefoot and pregnant every other year. Now I done had 2 of your kids. Now you can change your mind. All right. Child support. You got to put it on ASAP. And then you create your co-parenting. We got Coach Chris who asked the question in here. She's a co-parenting coach. Y'all see the thing up there, mymentor.life. It's .life. That's the new thing instead of .com. Mymentor.life. We got co-parenting coaches on there. Branding coaches, relationship coaches, health and wellness coaches, all kind of coaches. Get your co-parenting coach and get you some standards put in place on how you're going to deal with your children's father. Jenna, God bless you now. Being courted by somebody, he puts in effort, respectful, good character, but he is younger. I'm 22, he's 19. My toxic ex was 37. How do I stop comparing? Well, if you still comparing, that means you haven't fully healed from your toxic ex. So you need to take some time and make sure that if you're going to be dating this young man, you still need to be healing. You still need to be reading as many books as you can, watch as many videos as you can, talking to as many coaches as you can, and really getting that in your spirit. Because if you still comparing, that means you haven't done the work to heal. Lasagna, God bless you now. Hold on now. I'm trying to keep up with y'all now. Hold on now. Amanda, God bless you. 1 year talking to a pastor, currently going through a divorce. I have given so much of my time and emotional support, financial support, and he doesn't pour back. Talks to other women, calls me nightly at 11 p.m., and I'm just so exhausted. I love him. Amanda? Okay. Now, see, I try to be patient with these men of the cloth. But this right there, you talking to a pastor. When the pastor doing all of that there, what you saying, that means you talking to the spawn of Satan. That means you talking to one of Satan's minions. Because a man of God ain't gonna be doing all that. So when a man is a pastor and he acting foul the way he acting, Amanda, you got to get from around him. Because God gonna lift his hand off of him. And that man gonna be open for attack of the adversary. And what that means is he might get sideswiped and car be spinning and hit the median and got to get neck back, get neck and back chiropractor. You see what I mean? It might be a bald eagle just fly through his window. And, he got to get a whole new windshield. It could be anything could come upon this man when you playing with God. So when a man doing that right there, you got to get as far from him as possible. And see, you say, I love him, but where you failing at is you're not loving yourself. It's okay to love somebody, but you got to love you. You can't just let somebody, you can't just love somebody and not love you. You got to love you. No question. Just want to say thank you. Brittany Brown, God bless you. Just want to say thank you, especially for the video about the clothes these days. I haven't laughed that hard in a minute. God bless you. The queen of your boy. Hey, bless you now. Bless you. And y'all try to keep the chat clear. And it's called the Blessed Tribe for a reason. So act like you blessed. Act like you got some sense in the chat now. Sharonda, God bless you. If you know a man really likes you, what reason would he start being consistent but still being respectful and distant? He strategically texted early for our date early that day and canceled. Sharonda, I really don't, that's a loaded question right there now. I really don't understand what you mean in there because you hit me with a new word, respective. And I had not heard that one, respective. And it could be a typo, but I don't know what it's a typo for. Maybe respectful, still being respectful, but that don't go together with distance. Yeah, Sharonda, you might need a little coaching. Sharonda, you might need a little coaching. Or just rephrase the question. Take your time. Sometimes our thumbs get the best of us on here. Elena, God bless you. Just broke up with boyfriend of 2.5 years. Said he loved me and wanted to marry me, but always delayed the proposal. Never met his fam and met kids a few times. Blamed a lot on anxiety. Said he never cheated. Thoughts? Well, what it sound, you was with a grown boy who did not know what he wanted. So he's a man and a male, but hasn't become a man and did not know what he wanted. And so you was what they call his hold me down. You held him down, meaning you was there for him. You were a placeholder. You were a test dummy. You were a practice dummy. And he used you for them 2.5 years. That's why I tell y'all all the time at the 12-month mark, the decision got to be made. 12-month mark, decision got to be made. 12 months, it's time to get engaged. Between 12 and 18 months. By the 18th month, if you of age, meaning y'all not in high school, y'all not in college, if you of age by the 18th month and you're not engaged, it's time to go on about your business. It's time to go on about your business. And you leaving for that week or two, that first couple weeks might make him go and get on one knee because he realized you're not going to sit around and wait. And if that's what it take, okay, cool. But if he get on that one knee, then that wedding need to be set inside of 6 months. By the 24-month mark, y'all need to be married. If y'all of age, meaning over the age of 25. If you under the age of 25, then you gotta take that with a grain of salt. Maria, God bless you now. Tony, thank you as always. I'm wondering about what your thoughts to a person would be on a spiritual breakthrough. Fasting as an example to push through to get clear. Well, Maria, I'm not really the person for that. You might want to talk to the brother, the pastor that do videos. You know, I'm not really, cause I'm spiritual. I love the Lord, but now I'ma eat now. You see what I'm saying? I love the Lord, but now I'ma eat. Now I might intermittent fast, and I know y'all pronounce that intermittent. I'm pronouncing intermittent fast, cause it's only gonna be a few minutes that I'm gonna be fasting. So I'm gonna wake up, and I might wait about 1, about 1 p.m. Then I'm finna go get me something to eat. And I'm talking to the Lord in my spirit, but I'm not really the one to advise on fasting and all of that. Now, that's just certain people. What I would say as a single woman, keep your legs closed. That's fasting. Don't be messing with the zzz. I know a lot of y'all got that right there. Y'all love zzz. What y'all be dealing with at night. I be seeing memes about it. I did not know that was such a thing, that y'all ladies out there nasty like that with the little vibrator. So fast from the vibrator. Fast from fornication. Fast from reality TV. You know, so all this stuff is fast too. Reality TV, secular music. All that stuff could give you a breakthrough too. So, you know, but on the food, I can't touch on that one, because you be done passed out and somebody trying to sue me. Sierra, God bless you. Been dating a guy long distance. He went on vacation with his homeboys. Hasn't called much or text since his vacay. We talk every day. Should I be upset? That's your personal choice on what to do with your energy. But it's a little strange. That's a little strange, because, you know, you're not partying 24 hours a day. So that would kind of lead me to believe it's a woman over there in the mix. Me personally as a man. Because me personally, if I'm, and I'm going to tell you like this right here. It's going on vacation with your boys. Come on now. Y'all ladies got to get that together now. Unless y'all married and these men is good, God-fearing men, and they going to do like one day I might do a man's trip, and I've thought about it for years, but then I'm like, for what? I'm like, what is the purpose of going out the country or going on vacation with some men? What we finna be doing? Sitting looking at each other? What we finna be doing? When men go on vacation, it's to get with them women that's on the vacation. Y'all ladies got to understand that now. Unless he in some kind of multi-million-dollar mastermind group that they finna go over there and concoct the idea, like I'm going to a little getaway for 2 nights with some business partners, but we building a business, and it's just boop, in and out. You know what I'm saying? Right up the road. And you best believe when I'm gonna be on the phone with my wife. I'm gonna be on the phone with my wife morning, lunch, and night. So see, you got to realize that now. Gloriously crowned. I have been blessed by your message. Hey, God bless you now. God bless you. Especially the one about holding men accountable. I loaned one money and let it go until your message. Got all my money back. He is 10%, because if it wasn't for you, here is 10%. Oh, okay, God bless you. Okay, you give me 10. God bless you. I would have gotten 0 back. Thank you so much. Hey, God bless you now. I need to get, all right, need the rest of y'all to get y'all money back. Ashley, God bless you. Tony, I appreciate your obedience to the Lord and your willingness to serve others. Your wisdom has helped me help others, in addition to providing me with knowledge pertaining to men. God bless you. Just wanted to bless you and say thank you. Hey, bless you now. Hey, some of y'all messages disappearing on me now, so y'all, I'm going to try to find them though. Tab, bless you. Met him 15 days ago. 3 dates, calls daily, man of God, respectful, abstinent, wants to get to know me more, and me him. Today asked me to cousin graduation party next Saturday. Not committed yet. Too early, right? He's 46, I'm 42. Tab, y'all making way now. But at 46, he ought to know what he knows. He ought to know what he wants. So y'all moving in the right direction, Tab. So, it is too early, 15 days. Now, by day 30, between 30 and 45, he probably be asking you, will you be his woman? But what you need to be looking for in this situation, does he have a place to stay that he pays the bills at? Does he have a car? Does he have a job or income coming in? He need those three things outside of his relationship with God. If you got a relationship with God, outside of his relationship with God, he need to be paying the bills, on a place to stay. He need to have transportation. If it's not a car, then he need to have a bus pass or a subway pass, Metro card, and he need to have a job, be making some kind of income regularly. Joy, God bless you. Does difference in religion affect the growth of relationship? He's Muslim and I'm Christian, both prayerful and live by God's values in our respective beliefs. Yes, that does affect the growth of the relationship, because you got two different religions, that's two different foundations. And although a lot of it may be similar, the core of it will be different, and that's why it's a different religion. Wouldn't need to be a difference of religion if it was the same thing. So that is going to affect the growth of your relationship, and technically you are unequally yoked. Because if you're a Christian and he does not believe that Christ is the way, the truth, and the life, the Son of God, which Muslims don't believe that Christ is the Son of God, then that means you are unequally yoked. So when your children come into the world, if you remain with him, you will be wanting to share with them the gospel of Christ. And in his gospel, Christ is a good man, a prophet or what have you, but he's not the Son of God. And that is non-negotiable in Christianity. So if you truly believe the Christian belief, then you're unequally yoked if you're with someone that does not believe that about Christ. Can y'all make it work? Yeah, you can make it work. You make anything work. You go date a lion and turn that into your husband, and he'll lay up beside you and won't eat you while you're sleeping. You can make anything work, but is it foundationally sound? No. Is it foolproof? No. Are you going to be under attack spiritually? Absolutely 100%. And you're not going to be able to join hands in prayer in Jesus' name, because he don't pray in Jesus' name. You see what I'm saying? So y'all really got to understand is, do you have a religion or do you have a relationship? There's a difference. Sierra, God bless you. Now, I know men are very decisive, but what do you think of the man that says they know they would marry a certain woman from that first date or just from seeing them from across the room? Well, it really, what that is speaking to and what it proves is that men are visual creatures. And that is true. That is true. If a man has a certain look that if he looks upon her, she could eat boo-boo ice cream. She literally could just love boo-boo ice cream. When I say boo-boo ice cream, I'm talking about real boo-boo that goes in the freezer and come out, and she talking about it's good for your skin. If he thinks she gorgeous, hey, let me taste that. So what you say? So what you were saying is like the feces, because it come out of the body and it's already processed, that is good for your skin. That ain't that bad. That ain't that bad. That's how a man will be if he think a woman look good. So that's what that means, because the personality is what really matters, but men looks. That's why you see women who look a certain way and ain't got no brains, might not have no ambition, but they got a husband. And you like, how in the world did she get a man? Well, that's what he was looking. He wasn't trying to feel. Now I'm gonna tell y'all something now. For those of y'all who seen the blessing at $4.99, those right there, they disappear on me now. Y'all got to forgive me. They disappear. They don't stay up there. So I don't know why YouTube did that, but they don't know why they did that to y'all. But y'all got to forgive me because then y'all be looking at me like I'm crazy. Latoya, God bless you. As a life coach, how do you deal with people who come to you just to use you for your wisdom? They never book with you, never sow anything, and never support. Basically, only stick around until they get blessed. Latoya, my phone be disconnected. My phone, I be tied up. You hear what I'm telling you? I be tied up. Oh man, hey man, I missed that text. Hey, forgive me about that. It's been crazy. It's been so busy. You see what I'm saying? You have to get busy. You can't be reachable. You got to be gone. You know, they got to let them call, let them talk to their voicemail. When they talk their voicemail 3 times, when they send 3, 4 texts, they don't get no answer. Now they know you coming to the table with a fork in your appetite and you ain't bringing no dish. Now they start to realize that and they'll change that energy to be in your life. But as long as you keep answering, as long as you remain available to get used, you're going to keep getting used. Chevelle, God bless you. Now, Tony, God bless you. I see you as my big brother from Christ. I have learned how to cut off a grown boy and successfully done so. I've listened to a woman's influence, currently listening to Dream Chaser. Also on Mrs. Wright. Hey, God bless you now. You got a lot of more books. God bless you. Now, y'all, let me see if I could catch some of these messages that disappeared on me. Do you believe what a man to woman does will happen to his girl daughter? Not necessarily, because God is a redeemer. So not necessarily, but the sins of our fathers a lot of times does come on us. Tony, I need advice. Guy I met is perfect, treats me like a queen. Only thing is he admitted he is bisexual. Not too sure how I feel about that. Let me read the question again. Give me 1 second. Your question disappeared. Let me read the question again. Lord, you missed drown. Tony, I need advice. Guy I met is perfect. Treats me like a queen. Only thing is he admitted he is bisexual. Not too sure how I feel about it. Okay, all right, Miss Michelle. Well, I tell you like this right here, Miss Michelle. Okay, if y'all gonna be together, and the other day I was talking about the yeast infection. Now, what you have to realize is men already bathe every other day. So beyond just the spiritual and the sin and all of that that's going on, just imagine a man pulling that thing out of some boo-boo. Okay? My homeboys call it a dookie shoot. Just imagine him pulling that out that dookie shoot and sticking it in you. All right? Now let me ask you, you want feces in there? All right. See, sometimes you just got to get literal about it. See, y'all get caught up in all this Twitter world and, accept people as they are. And it just, if I'm a woman, I'll be like, listen, if I'm a woman, I wouldn't want no man who coming out of that. You finna come out of, you been now fudge packing, and now you finna, and then come home and put that in your child, where you got to bear children out of. Your child got to come out that canal that this man and pull out of another man behind and then come on now. See, sometimes we got to think about it literally, or what's really actually going down here. You see what I'm saying? It's bad enough these men cheating with other women. Now he cheating with a whole man. Now it's one thing when another woman want to come fight you. What you gonna do when his boyfriend want to come fight you? You see what I'm saying? Now picture you boxing RuPaul. RuPaul finna, I'm saying, RuPaul finna have you so bent up. So you got to think about this, not just the physical implications, but then now think about the spiritual. Think about all the spirits that's tied up in that. And so for him to tell you that, and let me tell you this right here. There is no such thing as a man being bisexual. There is no such thing as a man being bisexual. He gay. Yeah. Yeah. There is no such thing as a man being. He like men's, and he forcing the interaction with women for society's acceptance. He like men. He like men, and he dealing with you for society. He dealing with you for a cover up. He wants you to know he gonna be cheating on you with a man. But to go home to his mama don't know nothing about the boyfriend. His mama see you. His daddy see you. His cousin see you. You see what I'm saying? Ain't no such thing as a unsexual man. Yeah. He like men. So y'all got to understand that, and to be honest with you, that's happening a lot now. So y'all got to be praying for discretion. You got to be praying for discretion. You got to be praying for that discerning spirit so you could sense that spirit and know if he like men. If he like men, okay, playboy, hey, that's on you. Go ahead. All right, go right ahead. But don't be talking about you like men and women. No, go on pick what team you gonna play on. All right, and go on play now. So let me see now. Ramika, God bless you. Met a guy who loves God, really likes me, is sweet, kind, and respectful. He is waiting to be approved for disability due to a car accident, trying to be open-minded about his situation, how to move forward. Thoughts? Well, the thing is can he work? Now, if he completely disabled and he need to wait on disability, that's different. If he could work, sit down at the call center, answer phone calls, be a trucking broker, where you on the computer and you just broker in the trucks, be a dispatcher. You could be disabled in your back and your spine, legs, and still be a dispatcher, still be a trucking broker, still work customer service, work for American Express at your house. Cause I be calling the customer service, American Express, Bank of America, and people be at their house. I be hearing the baby, Mama, I'm hungry. I'm like, you got your child all in my bank account? You at the house in my bank account? So he could be at his house. You see what I'm saying? So my recommend as a man, I would not recommend a woman be with a man that's sitting waiting on a check instead of going and finding a job till that check come through, because you still get disability now if your mouth working and you getting disability for your back. Kitty, God bless you. Didn't talk to my boyfriend for 6 months due to several cheating. We never officially broke up. He was with someone for 3 months. He works 20 minutes away from her. When I asked him to relocate, he says that temptation is everywhere. Thoughts? You wasting all your time. You wasting all your time, and you need to move on with your life. You need to cut him off 100% completely. Get your accountability partner to hold you accountable. Even if you got to pay for coaching every single day, it'll be better to pay for coaching every day than to be tied up with a soul tie, end up having somebody going upside your head, putting STDs in your body and changing your life forever. You'd be better off getting you a coach to hold you accountable and washing your hands and moving on with your life. That's a waste of absolute time of what you're doing right there. Brick, God bless you now. Same thing happened to me. That happened to the woman about the chair situation. I didn't want to move because the man was white and I wasn't going to let him tell me to move. My man and him were about to fight. That's deep there now. All right. Thank you for that blessing now. Shout that testimony. Bless you now. All right. Hey, I feel you now. That president got folk feeling bold. Get up out your seat. This ain't Rosa Parks. Got folk feeling bold, but I feel you. Well, see, me personally, I try to keep my wife. I try to let her know. I have to tell her, baby, listen, hey, don't be out here yapping and jawing at these men, because you already know I'm not finna fight. I'm a shooter. My bike hurting too. I'm a shooter. And so do you want me to be doing 10 years? Because I'm going to lay them down. I'm fit to put some hot lead on them. So before you go to get in this argument at this game, just ask yourself, do you want your husband to be on a tent and yard? Or do you want your husband to be in the house with a kid? Because I'm not finna play with the man. I'm finna lay him right on that. Even if I got to hit him in the kneecaps. Then I'll slap him because my back hurt. So I'm not finna be out there tussling with this man. All right. Life like that. And then I get the best lawyer money could buy and try to beat it. Try to beat it. So y'all ladies, y'all coming in these situations, just don't get your ego caught up in it, because men, we don't do a whole lot of talking. You will lose your man to the prison system or to the grave fighting for you. And so you got to ask yourself, is it really worth it? Is it really worth it? Courtney, God bless you. Just a little support for all that you do. Keep on keeping it real. Bless you and your family. Hey, God bless you now. Okay, I'm looking at my wife about my little Apple Watch. It's showing me that I'm on YouTube on the watch. Now y'all forgive me now. I missed some of these questions. Now, let me see. I'm trying to catch it, but for me to really see it. Okay, Denise, give me strength. Second day of no contact with the man I'm in love with. He takes me for granted and disrespects me. Thanks for your wisdom. Hey, God bless you. Hey, keep watching these videos. Keep watching these videos. Liz C., God uses you to show us women his love for us. Thank you. You need to start your online dating app because it's getting harder to date these days. Hey, bless you, Liz. If I get the money one day to get me an app the way I want it, I might do it. But my app gonna be different than what they got out here now. Let me see. I'm trying to catch some of these questions. All right, for those I see caught some of y'all that I missed. I'm gonna keep scrolling through here. Lady, I see that's your name, Lady. Bless you. See, your message got removed. Sierra, message removed. Redeemed, what causes a man to only be active in one of his child's life? Kids are 4 months apart. He played us both, but is with her now. It's most likely just her, meaning it's the spirit on her. She could have a Jezebel spirit, or she could be the woman of his dreams. But typically a grown boy, deal with his children based on how he feel about the mom. Because the way a man's heart is wired, he could do with or without anybody, a child, whoever. So it depends on how he feel about the mom for grown boys. And you got a grown boy. That's how he played both of y'all. And y'all baby 4 months apart. So to be honest with you, I would actually, if I was you, be thankful that he out the way. You really don't even want that kind of man. You be better off. He really was your donor so that you could raise your child with your influence and your family's influence alone, without his grown boy energy and grown boy lessons and grown boy example. Yes, your child gonna have questions, but you'll be able to answer them with your stability and with your ambition and your growth and all of those things. Miss China Dog, God bless you. Hey, Tony, different question tonight. I'm starting a CNA school. My name is Essential Health Careers. I can't think of a tagline. Any ideas? CNA school? Tagline. That's a tough one there. You might have to do a branding session on that one. CNA white booty. Nah, that's one thing I remember about my sister and my wife used to be a CNA when she was in high school. And they got the white. So me personally, I feel like could be the worst part of the job, having to wipe somebody booty, having to bathe them. So you end up bathing all kind of stuff. So my tagline will be playing off of, we get you through the the stuff. Okay? Teach you what you need. My tagline will be playing off the mess. We get you through the mess, through the junk. Because, hey, you got to have a servant's heart to do that CNA work. I know I wouldn't last a day. Just a little support. Okay, I seen that one. Now, it was somebody else popped up here. All right. Perfect RN. Now, y'all got to hold on because, see, when somebody send them old colorful chats, I have to try to honor that because they're going above and beyond. I don't want nobody to be, especially in this day and age right now with all we got going on, I don't want nobody wasting no extra change. But Nelson, looked like your question got retracted. Perfect. Should I give a guy another chance if he did the self-work? 8 months has passed and he reached out to me last week. Personally, I wouldn't recommend it. 8 months a lot of time and you really don't know if he's done the work. So typically if a man want to be with you, he gonna come back within a couple months, 3 months. My wife and I was exception to the rule. It took 6 months. And that's just how big my ego was and just my pride. Also, I was 22 or 21. So it was a different situation. I was probably about 22. So it was immaturity. If y'all of age and it take 8 months for him to come back to you, I keep it moving. Shanice, God bless you. Sending a blessing. Thanks today for your video on black love and colorism. It gave me a totally different view on black race as a whole. I never took it as deep or that serious, but now I do. So again, thanks. Hey, bless you. If you missed my video from the day, it was a little deep. I had to turn off the comments because I just ain't want no ignorance in the comments and upsetting people's spirit. Caramel kisses. God bless you now. For them shout outs to the moderators, Mama Tish, God bless you. Now it's a fight coming on tonight. I done paid $65 for, so y'all I got to get on going here in a little bit now. Main card ain't probably gonna be on for a while though, but if being single is not a curse, which I believe is true, and it is not for everyone to get married, what do you do with that person who is dating? They can't date intentionally. Who is dating? If you dating, then you need to be dating intentionally. If you dating, you can date intentionally. Because if you dating, then marriage is next. If you don't want to get married, or if you don't believe marriage is for you, then don't be dating. Because now you picking up soul ties and you going through a whole lot of stuff for nothing. Hey, Tony, can you please talk about some faithful men? We hear so much about why men cheat as if there is no hope for faithful, committed relationship. Well, Yvette, it's kind of like we only got so much time on earth. And we only got so much time to talk. So it's better to be prepared for the bad than to just harp on the good. What's understood don't need to be explained. And now the other part of this is I live with myself as a man, but I really don't know what other men do in their life. So I can't really speak on faithful men because I know a man could cheat in 5 minutes. So unless I see a man 24 hours a day, I don't know that he's faithful. I just know that I'm faithful. And I'm not going to talk about myself every day and be harping on it. So when I talk about the faithfulness, it's really just telling you about my love for God. And that's why I'm faithful to my wife, because of my relationship with God. It's much deeper than love, because love won't even keep a man faithful. A man can love you and still cheat on you. And that don't make sense to you, but it's levels to love. Because I could love this here remote. You see what I mean? I could love this here hat. I could love this here office. But it's levels to love. So to love and then to be in love, that's two different things. And so a man could literally love you to the point to where he'll take somebody's life for yours. He could love you to the point that he will give his life for you, and he still could cheat on you. So for me, it's a combination of loving my wife, loving and fearing and respecting and revering God and having tapped into my purpose. See, because when you tap into your purpose, now you have people that count on you. Whether it's your football team you coaching, whether it's your staff at work that you supervise, whether it's your community that you are influencer in, or whether it's online, your platform. So if I think about cheating, I'm also gonna think about y'all. I'm gonna think about how many of y'all will be let down if I cheat on my wife. Now, when I couple that inspiration with the love of God and the love for my wife, that's what keep me faithful. But all I can speak for is me. You see what I mean? On that there situation, because I know how much of a challenge that is, for men to do. Queen Heart, is a Dear John convo necessary with a friend who is acting funny? Hey, bless you now, Queen Heart. His girlfriend heard me giving advice on how to get closer with his daughter. She preferred him to refuse convo with the mom and interfere with their visits. You could do that, Queen Heart, but you got to be prepared to get cut off. But me personally, I typically do those. I ain't heard it called Dear John, but I get where you're going, picking up what you're putting down. But I typically do those and get cut off. I get cut off by everybody, because I'm going to tell you the truth. I'm going to tell you, y'all see how I be on here. I'm going to tell you the truth now. You're going to be mad. It's going to hurt. But I tell the truth to myself. That's why I'm where I am in my life as far as my faithfulness and my walk with God, is because I tell myself the truth. I check myself. And so anybody in my circle, I'm going to tell you the truth. It might hurt your feelings. You might not ever want to talk to me again. But one thing I know is when your head hit the pillow, you're going to know I ain't lied to you. When stuff hit the fan, you're going to know I ain't lied to you. And so don't ever be that person that see somebody finna step in a snake pit and you just say, I ain't going to say nothing. I ain't going to say nothing. I'm going to let them go and get bit. Then I'll take them to the hospital. No, go on, let them know. And if they still want to keep going, they can't be mad at you when they get bit. Keely, God bless you now. Keely, you done change your picture now. I remember your picture now. All them blessings you done sent. Been gone a minute, still watch faithfully. Been pouring into my 20-year-old daughter your wonderful teachings and getting her back to college. Grateful for all you do. Blessing to you and your family. Hey, God bless you now. God bless you. Let me see. Are you generally good vibing? What do you do when dealing with repressed anger? Now I'm good vibing now until somebody cross me. Now when they cross me now, listen here, I check them in the name of the Lord. Now I ain't had to put no hands on nobody. I ain't had to do no harm to nobody. But I'm gonna read you from left to right, top to bottom, without yelling and without cursing. That's just how I get down. I was talking to a man today. He doing the granite. He doing the countertops. My wife switching from granite to quartz, Calcutta quartz, and it's a little more expensive. And then he done come and got half of my money in cash money, and then he tell me they can't unhook the plumbing, that they don't know how to unhook the plumbing. So I told him, I said, that's something you should have told me before you took my money, so that I could factor in the cost and I could price in a plumber. Because y'all change these countertops, I'm thinking y'all know how to do everything that come with it. Oh, I'm so sorry. I thought I mentioned that. You didn't mention that. You now you mentioned after you got my money. Cause you ain't want me to calculate no extra cost and have you come. So I checked him right on the text message. He sent a long apology. I left him on red. Just let him feel my energy. I had some men in the house the other day. They out-circuited my power. The next day they came in here, I said, listen here, don't touch nothing in my house that you don't know what you doing. Cause where I'm from, we don't go to court, we dig graves. This money right here is hard for me to earn. And I transitioned from the streets to get to where I am today. Don't come in my house messing with my money. It was two men now. And I told them straight like that. So so what I want y'all to understand is that Jesus flipped over them tables in the church. Now, you know all of us gonna use our excuse. But for me, when you try me like a basin, I got to let you know. I ain't gonna slap you now unless you swing on me. But I'm gonna let you know straight like that right here. So don't, have good vibes, but you got to be able to put people in their place too. Cause in this world here, folks will run all over you. Sharice, God bless you. Tony, it's been a while, but I've been watching and listening. Glad I made it today. God bless you. Hey, bless you now. My best friend of 7 years just got out of prison. He stays with another woman now due to him being on probation. He says he wants to marry me once he gets himself together. Should I give him a chance? No, go on about your business. He looking for somebody else to stay with. Because for one, you say best friend. You don't ever marry your best friend. If this was your boyfriend and y'all friends, but it's your boyfriend, y'all been lovers, that's totally different. You also can't trust a man when he talking in prison. You also can't trust a man when he fresh out of prison, especially after 7 years. So don't believe nothing he's saying. And he living with another woman due to him being on probation. He could have put your address on there. He could have put his mama address on there. He could have put his auntie address on there. So he living with another woman. If they ain't no kin, what you think he got her doing? Acrobatics. You hear me? Acrobatics, breaking her back. Somebody say, why the fast from the vibrator? That ought to be common sense now. Come on now. For one, when you doing that, what you just doing and you just looking at the ceiling? Or you lusting? You thinking about your old man? Two, you altering your body. You altering your body chemistry because a man not gonna be able to duplicate that. His tongue or his body part, no body part on him gonna be able to duplicate that little vibrator. So now your body getting used to that. So now when you get you a real man, you can't even respond to his touch because you used to a battery. You used to all that, and ain't nothing on that man's body gonna be able to duplicate that. And I read about that years ago, it was a study on this and say that it changed women's body chemistry. And a lot of y'all don't want to admit that because you want that little fix. Because you don't want to have to discipline yourself to go without that little fix. But it said change woman little. I saw a lady say you gonna go from WAP to DAP. The D stand for dry. And they say that's what them vibrators doing. Taking y'all from to dry. I say, all right, okay, that's what the studies say. Y'all want to read studies. So, all right, this y'all study. But I could imagine. So, hey, you need to lay off of that for your spirit. And for self-control, consecration, you need to lay off of it because it ain't changed. It ain't better in your life. Jasmine, God bless you. Saw this movie of a man cheating on his wife. And in the movie, he said to his mistresses, leave my wife out of this. She has nothing to do with it. Do you agree men cheat not because of the wife, but because of their decision and the opportunity? Absolutely. A man don't cheat on a wife. He cheating on his low integrity. He cheating because he ain't no good. He cheating because he raggedy and sorry. But a woman can't make a man cheat because if a woman that bad, a man will leave before cheating. A man will leave. So a woman can't ever make a man. You could never believe a man say, I cheated because she yelled at me. Or I cheated because she cheated on me. Or I cheated because she ain't no good. Or I cheated because she don't cook. No, you cheated because you're a weak man. Because if she that sorry, your butt should have left. You cheated because you're a weak man with lower integrity. So get that straight. And so that's all that be. So yeah, he right. His wife ain't have nothing to do with it. Sorry, but. And the person who wrote that know that. That's why they put it in there. You got to remember, art imitate life. Pronounce vanilla. Vanilla. All right now. Somebody having a good time when they name you. Vanilla. Bless you now. Do you think long distance relationships work? It's been a year and 7 months. Now don't let me speak on your situation. All right? Don't let me speak anything negative on your situation. Okay, all right, all right, all right. You hear how I'm answering you? Okay, all right. Long distance, all right. I got a video on long distance, but hey, God bless you now. To each their own. Wouldn't be me. I started talking to a guy a few days ago. I haven't heard from him one day. Bad sign. Um, a few days ago, it ain't that bad. It ain't that bad, but if a man is really into you, he's not gonna let a day go by. He gonna talk to you every day. Tony, I heard so many bad stereotypes on dating service men. For example, dating service men, okay. Police officers, firefighters, and military men. Thoughts? You heard right. You heard right. You heard right. Now, if you go through 100 of them, you might find half of one that's decent, but majority of them gonna be trash. Just because, for one, you got to realize those aren't being a police. That's not a desirable job. So, because who wanna do a job to where you go get shot? Being in the service, that's not a desirable job. Who want to do a job to where old crazy president could send you to get shot? Okay. Being a firefighter, who want to run into a burning building? So a lot of times men get those jobs from a place of insecurity. Now you got 1 out of 1,000 of them that get in there because they just really want to serve. They just grew up. I want to be a fighter. I want to save babies and cats from the fire. Let's go. And they really want to do that. The rest of them is a paycheck. They saw it's a suit that come with it. They know what come with a suit. They heard all the stereotypes about a man in uniform, and they trying to get a piece of that action. I'm gonna just be honest with you as a man, because I was about to be a police. I was about to go to the army. I was about to be a detention deputy. I was about to do all that. But that's why. Because a lot of men, we weak in our spirit, and we want to be in a job that represents power. That's why you see police brutality. That's why you see this going on with what these police doing, is because it's weak men who got in a position of power because he used to get slapped around growing up. So because he used to get slapped around, now he want him a badge and a baton and a gun so he could take somebody else's life out of his pain and insecurity. And so that's why when you dealing with the men in uniform, it's a lot that come with that. And it's some of them that's pure, but they are few and far in between. So you do got to keep your eyes open. Started talking again after his mom's service. He should know, right? Sandy, I don't know what your question piggybacking off of. Hi, Mr. Gaskins. First, thank you for your work. God bless you. I'm 24, ambitious, and etc. I don't want a guy with children. What do you think about that? You 24. That's fair. That's fair. You 24. If you 44, then 99% of the men you meet gonna have children. At least 90%. 24, your dating pool is totally different, so that's an okay standard. So, you doing pretty good right there. Make sure you put the hashtag Q in front of your question. Would you share if a man has reached out to you, but my intuition lets me know he is trying? Would you share if a man has reached out to you, but my intuition lets me know he is trying? Sharon, I don't know if you talking about if he reached out to me. It sounds like you saying if he reached out to me, or you. Now, if he reached out to me, no, I wouldn't share it. But if I'm not understanding, that's not what you asking. Now, when y'all put a question in there, I'm gonna try to see it. You gotta wait till I stop talking. That's when I really see it. I know I missed a million of them though. So I got about let me see. It's 10:20. I got about 25 more minutes unless my phone die. Do you and your wife have rules on the type of guests that can stay at your home? For example, only family and no girl/guy friends can stay overnight. Well, actually, now the key word you said is wife. Okay, so see, this my wife. So because she my wife, I don't have women friends, and she doesn't have men friends. Because when you marry, you don't have friends of the opposite sex when you marry. You may have colleagues that you know of from college that you bump into and say, hey, how you doing? How the kid doing? All right, bye. But there's not a single man texting my wife phone as a friend, and it's not a single woman texting my phone as a friend. Now, me being a coach, I have clients who are women, and they text me business questions, but not, hey, how you doing, Tony? What you working on? What are your dreams? What are your hopes and your fears? What is the Lord putting in your spirit? That's a friend. Don't have none of that. So for me in my house, we will serve the Lord. Meaning, for me in my house, ain't nobody staying over here. Ain't nobody staying over here. Family ain't even staying over here too long. Okay, Jibby. My mother-in-law live with us. We got an apartment. The Lord done allowed us to be able to put you in an apartment. Okay, bye. All right, see you. Okay, it's been nice having you. All right. Family ain't even staying over here. You hear me? I need my peace. Hey, Tony, is there a deeper meaning behind a guy telling you he doesn't know what he wants? It means he doesn't want you. That's really the deeper meaning, is that he trying to tell you he don't want you, but in a nice way. So when he say he don't know what he want, he just trying to, that's what he trying to say. That's the meaning of that. You are beautiful. God bless you. Tony, you hit the nail on the head about people seeking power because of pain and insecurity. How can we be strong in our own spirit when dealing with people like this so we don't give them a reaction? Well, to not give a person a reaction, you either going to have to remove that person from your life, or you're going to have to remind yourself of who you are and what you do and your principles, your code, your guidelines, in order to not give them a reaction. But some people, they know how to get that reaction at you. So if you know that they got your number and you know they know how to push your buttons, then that's when you're going to have to remove yourself. Now, Redeemed, I done seen this name in here a few times now, but see, whoever this is, they know how to drop them questions in right when I'm finished talking. So they pop right up. All right, somebody done figured out. Winters Lily, let me get this because I done seen Redeemed in here a lot of time. How do you feel about women who try to pursue men? They just desperate. I feel that they desperate. I feel that they unlearned, that they haven't had a man in their life who loves them and who is honest with them. And so they don't understand the implications of a woman pursuing a man. They don't understand how desperate it looks to the man. They don't understand how dangerous it is. They don't understand how it upends and derails the natural occurrence of things, and how they start that relationship upside down. So that's really how I feel about that now. Gina, God bless you. Why do men talk about sexual market value? And is it true that a man will want a younger woman the more successful he becomes? Well, that's just grown boys, who see women as meat, who see women as a play toy, see women as usury, something to just use for his own insecurity, immaturity. So that's grown boy speak right there. Grown men don't talk about that. And a grown man don't want no younger woman either, because you want a woman that's on your mental level. I'm 36 years old. You know what I'm saying? And I'm a successful man, and I could buy what I want to buy, go where I want to go, and I'm living my purpose. And it's not my dreams, but this is my purpose. My dream was be a pro athlete. I ain't make that, but this is my purpose. And so I don't want no younger woman. And I'm a real man, and real men, we move the same, we think the same. Real men. Grown boys think the opposite. Grown boy want a younger woman so he could raise her, so he could tell her what to do, so he could run game on her that she ain't never seen, never heard of. A grown man want a woman who got some maturity and some intelligence, that could articulate herself, that could think at least on the level that he on, if not a little higher, so that they could build together, grow together, and they can strengthen one another. That's what a grown man wants. So what it is you listening to the MGTOW and these red pill lames online, and that's where you picking up these little words from. But you ain't never heard sexual market value on my page or nobody page that's like me. That's a grown man who want to be faithful, who want to love a woman the way Christ loved the church. You ain't heard that out no grown man mouth. Why does the Bible forbid divorce and remarriage? I can't tell you that. That's what God put in place, and it was dealing with the times. It was dealing with covenant, so that people have to honor their word, so that people have to honor their family, their lineage, so that the wiles of the world, the youthful lust, because see, what God knew is that if marriage and if divorce and all of that was just willy-nilly, free reign, nobody would work for a marriage. You'll get into one argument, we done, it's over, bye. So that was put in place. And so, but what you have to realize is that God knows and understands all. And so when it comes, and a lot of times people say, well, the Bible only okays divorce if there was infidelity. And what they're not taking into account is that it doesn't say if there was abuse, because that was allowed. A man in that age, in that day and age, could beat his wife. The brakes off of her. You hear me? In public, everything. So, but today, that is a crime. And the Bible tells us obey the laws of the land, meaning don't break the laws that is in your land. That's why the Bible even speak of and condone slavery, because that was legal in that Bible time. In New Testament, that was legal. Didn't mean that it was right. That's why he freed the slaves from out of Egypt. But that's why I was saying the other day that people who don't understand spiritually and how to serve God by spirit and in truth will read the Bible and it will contradict itself, because they'll say, he delivered slaves out of Egypt in the Old Testament, but then in the New Testament it say slaves work unto your master as you working unto the Lord. So how do this go together? But when you reading with discernment and with the spirit of God, and you serving him in spirit and in truth, then you start to understand the ebbs and flows, and you start to really have a spiritual and relational connection with God, not just religiosity. And so therefore you understand that if you need to get a divorce, God is not about to cast you into the pit of HELL. That the same way, if you in sin for leaving for your sanity, for leaving for your safety, if that was a sin, then guess what? It's forgivable. Just like the rest of the sins you committing, all the other sins you committing. You see what I mean? But sometimes what people will do is they'll sin in every way possible. And then they'll say, well, I can't leave this toxic marriage because the Bible is against divorce. But really don't care about nothing else the Lord said don't do. Breaking all the 10 commandments, but to stay in their toxic marriage because they don't have the courage or the strength, and they fear the unknown, they fear starting over. So they let the Bible hold them as prisoner in a toxic marriage when God never intended for you to suffer at the hands of man. And so that's what we have to understand, serving God in spirit and in truth, not just in letter and our minute comprehension skills. What does it mean when an ex tells you he doesn't know who he is? What should you do? Well, the key word there, Esmeralda, is your ex. So what you need to do, Esmeralda, is stop talking to your ex. He trying to tell you stop talking to me because you keep talking to me, I'm going to bring you down. Just Glendalo, God bless you. God bless you, Tony. Piggybacking off the sexual marketplace value question, do you have thoughts on how much older/younger women should date? Older/younger women should date. You should not date a man ideally, no more than 5 years younger or 5 years older. Now you got a little wiggle room in there. So really you want to be at about that 5 years younger would be the max. Really, you really don't want to deal with a man more than 3 years younger than you. So you kind of want to be 1.5, 2 years younger at the max typically. Now I'm giving a little room because sometimes you can have a super mature man. Now when it come older than you really don't want to be over 5 years, but 10 years max. So really between 5 and 7 years, about the oldest you want that man to be older than you, because the older a man is than you, the more likely he feels he can control you and he can re-raise you. So you got to be careful with that. I said what I said. Tony, men are confusing. How is a blind man going to cheat on his wife? Or how is a husband with a younger wife choose to pursue an older woman? Though he did admit he wouldn't divorce his wife for her. The key word right there is men are confusing. So you ain't gonna understand. And see what you doing is you saying men. You got to remember it's a difference between a man and a grown boy. So when something like that happen don't make sense, that's when you realize you dealing with a grown boy and you got to stop wasting your time, my time, our time, your money, and go on about your life. You see what I'm saying? Javaris, God bless you. I would like to bless you and your family. Also, I found out that the woman I was talking with was testing me till I broke on religion, and she wasn't like that herself. Was she wrong? Testing me until I broke on religion, and she wasn't like that herself. Was she wrong? Well, I mean, technically she was wrong, but again, just like I tell the women, you got to know what you stand on. So we can't take and blame somebody else for fooling us. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. So what you have to do is, yeah, technically she was wrong, but when we get fooled, then we got to learn that lesson from it and realize, you know what? I should have stood on what I stand on. I should have stood my ground. I should have stuck to my guns. I should have did what I knew was right, but I gave in and I lost it. So think about that now. Keely, God bless you now. God bless you. Now Keely been blessing me like this since before they started giving stimulus and SBA loans and PPP and unemployment. Keely been blessed now. She been blessed. Going and coming. She be blessed on here. Lord bless her now. I be praying over y'all when y'all send them blessings now. I'm trying to tell you. Blessed try. Have a peaceful evening. Turning in. Y'all listen to this blessed young man. I can say that being 58. Okay, Keely, I ain't know you 58 now. God bless you now. Again, blessing to you, Tony, and your purpose. Good night. God bless you. Men who don't compliment you, although they are clearly into you. Thoughts. Some men fear, putting you on a pedestal. I heard a guy tell me in college one time, he said, man, I don't compliment my woman because if I put a woman on a pedestal, that means she looking down on me. And I was like, wow. And I try to do that every now and then with my wife. I'll try to go a day without giving a compliment just to see if it'll change her energy. I'll be like, let me see if this right here make her come off, son. But I can't do it. I can't do it because I truly love her. So that's another thing is like, When a man is in love, you can't hide love. I done tried to be like, man, I'm a simp. Man, I'm soft. But man, because I'm sitting there in the bed the other day. I get an email from Adidas. I go and I do an Adidas haul for my wife. Now, my wife get paid from our companies, and she make great money. And here I am. I spent probably $1,000 on this Adidas haul. When she get paid, and she could buy what she want to buy. 2 days later, I got an email from Gucci. I went in there. First, I was like, okay, the boycott over? Okay, yeah, the boycott over. All right, let me get my wife a shirt. Ordered a shirt. And I'm like, why am I doing this? Like, why am I getting these for nothing gifts? Because I know gifts is one of her love languages. Quality time is one of her love languages. So what I've been doing, I'm talking to her today, I'm looking at her. Even though we right beside each other in the bed, I'm looking her dead in the eyes. I'm looking in the eyes. And I'm going to tell you now, I look my wife in the eyes while she was talking to me about the school clothes and the lunch boxes she bought for the boys. I looked her in the eyes for about 30 seconds. And Mr. Johnson, I stood up. I say, what's going on? I just looked at my wife for 30 seconds. That's love. When you in love. So let me help you understand this. When a man in love, he can't hide that love. He can't fight that love. It ain't no silent treatments. Ain't no holding back compliments. Ain't no holding back love. Ain't no holding back gifts. When a man in love, his body gonna react, his mind gonna react, and he gonna show you. And you gonna feel the love, and it's gonna be overwhelming to you. So understand that now. Hey, Tony, what do you say about a woman who gets with a man who they know have a child that he does not take care of, but has that man living with her? And now what you want me? You want to hear me talk bad about the woman? That's just a woman. That's just a woman. You know, I heard a woman tell me one time, and this woman was claiming to be a virgin. She was telling me one time. She say, Tony, as women, we don't care nothing about you being taken. We don't care about a man being taken. That just lets us know that he's willing to commit. Now, I just need him to commit to me. I was like, wow. So what I'm noticing from a lot of women today, if they see this man and he a warm body and he willing to be with her and put that pole on her and help pay a couple bills, she don't care if he got 10 kids that he don't take care of. She'll slap every last one of his kids in the nose. Hey, your dad don't love you. She'll be in the little girl ear. That's why I'm a grown woman, and I'm gonna just tell you the truth. Your daddy really only picks you up because your mother makes him pick you up. He really wants to be here with me. Oh yeah, it's women that told that man daughter that now. Oh yeah, it's women that put too much salt in the man food, in the man kids food. Women, he letting her hold the baby. She thumping the baby in the nose because the baby can't talk. She pulling the baby ear. She like, ooh, I'm gonna make your ears big so that you look ugly. So he think my kid with him look better than you. I done had women tell me, oh, she gave him a girl. I got to give him a boy first. And then after I give him a boy, I'm going to give him a girl so he don't need to be over there with her. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. It's a lot of nasty women now. We be talking about the men and how the men is, but it's a lot of nasty women too. And y'all know it. So that's all it is. It's just a woman who nasty, bitter, and desperate. So you can't really give that too much thought because that'll trip you up. That'll trip you up. So let me see now if I missed a question. Okay, Chantel, I see your question. Outside of the same religious beliefs, on what levels and or aspects of life should two people be equally yoked? Thanks in advance, Coach T. uh, you have to, that has to be decided by you and what matters the most to you. But for me, it's foundational beliefs. So like, for example, my wife, she want a vegetable pizza. I want a meat lover's pizza. My wife want to ride a roller coaster. I want to go to the movie. My wife want to work and get everything done in one day. I want to take my time. My wife want to do the work around the house herself. I want to hire a handyman. See, we total opposites. But you know what we agree on? We agree on the way we raise our children. We agree on politics. We agree on religion. We agree on money. You see what I mean? We agree on family relations, how we deal and interact with family. We agree with friend relations, how we deal and interact with friends. So we agree on the foundational beliefs that will determine the relationship. But what she wants for dinner and what I want for dinner don't have to be the same, because that doesn't really matter in the grand scheme of things. And what does it look like when a woman is pursuing a man? How do I avoid doing that? When you calling him every day instead of him calling you. Am I being selfish, wanting to know where I stand? No, you're not being selfish unless it's under, you're not being selfish, wanting to know where you stand. If it's under 3 months, then you being desperate, wanting to know where you stand. Okay, I see the first part of your question. All right, y'all, I got about 5 more minutes on here now. Tam Rock, God bless you now. Thank you for that blessing now. I don't know if you meant to put a question, but put your question if you meant to put a question. Lovely heart, bless you. Tony, I appreciate you so much. I am 23 years old, and before I started listening to you, I really didn't understand a man's nature. Although I am close with my dad, you broke down relationships for me. Hey, God bless you now. God bless you. Yeah, this ain't, most daddies ain't gonna go in all this, because you got to realize I'm talking to y'all an hour a day now, so it really ain't gonna be many daddies that's gonna be talking to you 5 to 7 hours a week about a man. So you're gonna get something on here a little different. Yep, Cassandra. Painted my office. Now see, a lot of people thought this office was black. It's called navy polo. This ain't black. These walls ain't black. It's navy blue. This navy blue. But I wanted to go with a, darker color in here than more yellow white walls. And I bought these here logos, put these here logos up. And my wife got these here bookshelves off of Facebook Marketplace for $100. Got 2 of them in here. Now y'all make sure y'all go on mymentor.life. If y'all ain't see it now, y'all go on mymentor.life and get you a coach. And if you already a coach, then make sure you join mymentor.life so you can get you some clients and you can help. GG, God bless. Your parents are divorced due to infidelity. It's been a month. Contacted dad. He doesn't want to talk to me. He has other kids with another lady. I'm 24. Give him that space, because see, when you call him, you represent his failure. He failed with your mama, so he failed you. He let you down. So give him that space. Let him go in the corner and sulk or pray and get a little healing, and he'll reach out to you. If he don't reach out to you in a couple months, reach on out to him. And just keep praying for him. Portia, God bless you. I married a grown boy, and he has been using aggressive tactics to scare me in the past. I have initiated divorce, but he is constantly begging me to take him back every day. How will I make him stop? You're going to need coaching, Portia. We ain't going to really be able to dive into that here on this here. This right here for a little bit more less complicated questions, But that right there, that's a serious situation. And when you say aggressive can turn real bad. So, it's a lot of liability with a question like that. So you're going to need professional help on that. Brother Gaston, what type of environment should a queen in her 40s place herself in to meet like-minded kings? God bless. To be honest with you, a lot of times I get that question, but it's not really about the environment. It's really about you just being prepared. So if you're a queen, you gotta look like a queen, you gotta dress like a queen, you gotta walk like a queen, your energy got to be like a queen, your smile got to be like a queen. What that means is elegant, pleasant, you know, wholesome, respectable. That energy, that if you're around royalty, they're gonna have energy because they raised for that. They raised to be royal. They raised to be, prestigious and elegant and classy. So you don't have to go to a certain place. It's really about you embodying that mindset, and you becoming that. And then when you just step out and you go to the grocery store, you go to the gas station, you go to church, you go to the lounge on Friday night to hear the live jazz, affluent. Somebody throw it in there. That might mean money though. So I ain't talking about affluent, because you could be a queen and be broke. And so when you step out, the man could see that you love yourself, just your energy, your aura, your flow. And that's what bring them out. Cause men everywhere. You ain't got to go to a certain manhole, the man cave, the man group with your short dress on. You literally gotta become her, and then you attract him anywhere you at. Hey, let me turn off the chat real quick and wrap it on up tonight. God bless y'all. I really appreciate you for being on here now. Now what I'm seeing a lot of questions, that's coming in, really trying to understand men and understanding the difference between a man and a grown boy. And that's really what you got to get down to. And you got to really get to that place to where you start to differentiate between grown men and grown boys. And you don't mix the two. And you don't hold a grown man at the level or the standard of a grown boy. And you don't deal with a grown boy calling him a grown man, thinking that he's going to change and he's going to grow and he's going to do something different, if all he's showing you is grown boy tactics and grown boy behavior. You got to be able to recognize the two and pull your britches up, get off your bike, open your eyes, open your ears, close your mouth, put your shoes on, get on out the door. Get on out the door. Move on with your life. See, the thing about it is, y'all giving people too many chances, and you're giving them too long. You're giving them too much time to waste your time. You give somebody 12 months to show you who they are. At that 12-month mark, you ought to be able to say, this is my husband or this is my wife. And you ought to be able to move on with your life at that point. So, hey, God bless y'all. I got to go. Daisies and roses bless you. God bless you, Tony. My favorite advice of yours has to be, if you have to ask yourself whether a man loves you, he doesn't. You taught me men are simple and they go after what they want. Hey, I'm glad you got that right there. Wonderful, wonderful. Bless you. Thank you so much. You have been such a blessing. Hey, bless y'all. If you missed any of this, you can watch it back. Watch it back. You're going to hear questions. If you didn't get your question answered, you probably were just waiting on your question to be answered, but you could go back. Okay, so I'm a little been having workers in the house. They be leaving the doors open so they can walk right in. I'm like, but y'all mama ain't raised you. Your mama raised you in a barn. Like, they closed my door. Well, you don't know how to turn the knob and come on in. You ain't got to leave the door open just because you working. These men you running out my air condition. Close that door. You gonna be inside, outside, like my grandma used to tell me. So now I got all this stuff flying around because these men around here working on my house, leaving the door open.